Okay, so today we're going to show you how to make a simple Excel graph using a single data set and multiple data sets. So the first thing we want to do is open up Excel, so we go to the Start menu down at the bottom, then All Programs, then we go to Microsoft Office and Microsoft Excel. Okay, so now that we have our spreadsheet up, we're going to enter in our data, and we'll be graphing class grades. So the first column is the horizontal axis, and that'll be our classes. So we list our classes. And column B will be the vertical axis, which is our grades. And then we enter our data points. So now that we have our data points entered, we're going to highlight all of the data, starting at the top left corner and going down. And then we go to Insert, and under this Chart section here, we can choose the type of graph we want, and we'll just do a simple bar graph, two-dimensional. Okay, so here's our graph. You can see that we have our classes on the bottom and the grades on the vertical axis here. And it already has a title, but we're going to rename our graph. So we'll call this Semester 1 Grades. And then we want to add our axis labels. So what we do is we go to Format under Chart Tools here, under Design. We go to Add Chart Element, then Axis Titles, the primary horizontals on the bottom here. This is our class. And then do that a second time. So we go to Add Chart Element, Axis Titles, and Primary Vertical Axis. And this is our grade. Alright, so now we've completed a simple graph with one data set. Okay, so now we're going to show you how to make a graph with multiple data sets. We're only going to do 2 data sets for this demonstration, but you can do more than 2 if you like. And we're going to graph our class exam scores. So the title for column A will be the vertical axis, and we're just going to call that class again. And then we list our classes. And for the next 2 columns will be the exam grades. So we're going to title column B exam 1, and column C will be exam 2. And then we list our data points for each. So now that we have our data set and we highlight all the data again, and we go to Insert, and under the Chart section, we'll choose the graph we want, and once again we'll do a simple bar graph. Okay, so here's our graph, and notice you have 2 sets of data for each column. And once again, our classes are on the bottom, and the grades are on the side, and it's color-coded for each exam. So we want to title our graph now, so you can click on the title and then enter in your chart title. And then we're going to label our axes, so we go to Add Chart Element, Axis Titles, and Primary Horizontal. Chart Element, Axis Titles, and Primary Vertical. Alright, and that is how you make a graph with 2 data sets using Excel.